So I just got back from this insane trip to LA, and the funny thing is, I didn't even have a seat on the flight, and somehow some crazy things happened that led to one of the best trips of my life. Join me on this side quest through LA, and we will start in the Detroit airport. Here we go.
Listen close as I break it down proper, from street ghosts to who run the block, yeah.
I packed my hiking bag for this trip, and my hiking bag also has my hiking that got confiscated, but they let me through. The flight leaves in like 2 hours. I'm so excited. Right now, I'm gonna set them up with some workouts and some programs to do while I'm gone. I'm flying to Boston, and then from Boston I have a direct flight to Los Angeles. So it's gonna be a long day, a lot of traveling. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I love the airport because you get to people watch, and I actually have this list that I made with my brother. It's called the airport game. So we've made a big list of different types of people that you'll probably see in the airport. Kid on a leash, dude who doesn't, nope, I'm not gonna say that. TikTok at full volume, claps when the plane lands, peep my mixtape, slow walker, vegan, trench coat, sunglasses inside, Amish, Spanish speaking, yeah. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this airport game and call some clients and figure some stuff out for work, and then yeah, just fine.
I just journaled on the plane the whole time. It was a little bit above an hour of a flight, so really quick. I had a layover in the Boston airport. Let me tell you something. I love airports. And I know I'm not the only one. Such a vibe. People watching is elite. Coffee, very overpriced, yes, but it's so fun. All right, next flight, we're going from Boston to Los Angeles. Guys, look at this. Look at this! Ah! They put me in first class. I had no business being in first class, and I have a story time for how I got that. I'm gonna tell you in just a second, but just, oh my gosh, I got my whole corner seat in the front of the plane to myself. It felt like a jacuzzi, like so much leg room. I didn't know how to act, for real. I really didn't know what to do with myself. Mind you, if you watch my other travel videos, you will know that I'm an anxious flyer. But hey, being in first class, a little less anxious, I'm not gonna lie. But on a more serious note, I'm really thankful to the people that bumped me up to first class. I knew some of the flight crew, which was really cool, and just a message of be kind to everyone. You never know who anyone is, and the energy you put out into the world is going to come back at you in some way, shape, or form. Cool. And I drank tea while I watched Harry Potter 10,000 feet in the air. Like, how elite is that? That's bucket list. Cross that off, baby. Look at this. So this is one of my first times traveling all by myself on the plane, across the country, and with that, I knew I had more opportunity to make the trip one of my own. So have a lot of intent with why I'm traveling, what I'm doing, what I'm looking to get out of it. It was really nice to have that moment of reflection and kind of giving thanks for this opportunity before I got to California. First meal of the trip, baby! Okay, so we have this salad, some lamb, and some bread. My favorite was the salad. It had this dill dressing, it was so good. If I had to give an estimate, I would say that I spent a good 87% of my flight just staring out the window, appreciating the moment. So it was so nice to ground myself when I wasn't even touching the ground, you know what I'm saying? So I landed late at night. This LA airport is not for the weak, trust me. I got to see my cousin, we had a little snacky snack. I said hi to the dogs, my aunt picked me up. My aunt and cousin have the coolest house. It has this 70s aesthetic with this old wood and this burnt orange furniture and books everywhere. They love art. It was definitely a place for the girls. So she made juice in the morning, and she actually makes these wellness shots, and they're so good. And I honestly didn't feel as lethargic after the plane ride as I would have had I not had the shot. We hung out in the backyard for a little, gorgeous lemon tree, and then we walked to brunch. I had a matcha latte with fresh cashew milk, these Mediterranean breakfast nachos. Look at that yolk. Oh my gosh, I will dream about that meal for the rest of my life. This place was really cute. They had baked goods, little candles, fresh pastries. And of course, the vibe itself was very aesthetic and very LA, so that was cool too. So next we walked back, admired some of the scenery, and then I got to journal with my cousin. My cousin is the coolest person ever. She taught me that you can put little scraps from magazines in your journal and just make collages. She's so cool. They got this lemon tree in their backyard, absolutely gorgeous. I had matcha every single day of this trip. Every single day. My cousin is so good at making matcha, so I really want to learn it myself too. Man, look at that view. The puppers! We journaled outside and got a good tan before we headed to dinner. Here's a cute little fit check we had. It's really nice because they live in a spot where you can kind of walk to all these really nice restaurants and appreciate the sunshine. So this restaurant was really cool. Very unique in that the architecture was built around the trees instead of removing the trees themselves. They served mini plates, so it was almost like appetizers galore. We started off dinner with these shawarma tacos. The chicken was so moist and there was more than enough protein to go around. Then we had this pesto caprese, which was so refreshing and so rich at the same time. My very favorite dish was this squash with tahini on top and couscous on the bottom with parsley and herb. Oh my god! But then this lamb hummus was elite. I don't know what they put in the hummus that made it green, and the lamb was so crispy and just melted in your mouth. It was amazing with the veggies. And the vibes were immaculate to say the least. The Brussels sprouts, perfect crisp on the outside, a little bit of sauce on top, chewy on the inside. This pork belly warmed my soul. I will never have pork belly like this ever again. It was teriyaki, it was so good. Next, we went to walk off some of the food and see the Hollywood sign.
I'm a tourist.
It was nice to walk around, see some of the art, the graffiti, people watch, and yeah, take cool photos with my cousin. She's like a model. She's so aesthetic. She's the coolest person ever. So next stop, Erewhon, and you guessed it, we tried that Hailey Bieber smoothie, and let me tell you, it was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
It's actually really good.
It is.
If I had to compare it to something, it'd be
really
like
good.
fresh strawberry compote and a really good milkshake.
You guys are lame.
So, sorry, I'm laughing at you guys are lame. We headed to the park next. This is Griffith Park, which is actually the largest city park, I think, either in California or the whole country. This park is huge. I felt like I was at a national park. Very peaceful, very serene, not too crowded. The elevation is really high, so if you can make it up there, the view is more than worth it.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
So after climbing Mount Everest, not actually, but Mount Everest on empty stomachs, we had to get food. So we went to this lovely place called the Homestay. They sell breakfast tacos, and these are the best breakfast tacos I've ever had. Started with the iced coffee, got my potato wedges, refried beans, we split them, and then dug into my taco.
Lock in. Oh, guys,
Those alone,
these have like chicken in them. We can take those. Oh, yeah. Mukbang.
For as long as I can remember, my family, especially the women, we've all bonded over food. Food is such a sacred thing for us, so to be able to share this many amazing meals with my cousin and aunt, two of my favorite people in the world, nothing short of a blessing. It was so fun. Next, I got ready for the flea market.
Going to the flea market. Okay.
And then my cousin and I did a little Tokyo drift in. We picked up our friend and we went to Vintage Land. Huge flea market, awesome people. They let you bargain. A lot of little tchotchkes and fun things, not just clothes. I would definitely go back again. There's a lot of people at the flea market, so we wanted to go somewhere with nature and just to chill. So we went to this really cute meadow. Still good people watching because it's LA. It's always going to be crowded in all the good spots, but it was really nice to just sit down and talk with my cousin, listen to her 70s vintage rock, and just kind of shoot the shit. The shirt's a little long. My cousin and I decided to get some more steps in, so we went on a run. And it was a lot of fun, but let me tell you, she is a runner, and I am not.
You can keep running, I'll catch up.
Bodybuilder who? Zoinks. Anyway, we ended the day with a nice little car wash before we had dinner with my aunt. And I'm going to end it here. I'm going to do a part 2. There's a lot more exciting things to come. But I just want to take a moment to reflect back on this first part of like, yeah, if there's any takeaway from this video, please travel, please have those experiences, and cultivate love and joy. Believe that things will work out, and spend time with the people you love. Say yes to doing more things, and do more side quests, do more adventures. It's worth it.